This video is going to show you how to book appointments in System 1. For this, you can use the appointment ledger, the appointment overview, or activity diary screen. All the options and the methods are the same. Once you have identified a free appointment slot on the appointment screen you're using, right-click and select the first option to book the appointment. You then need to search for the patient that you're going to be booking in. So you can search using their first name, surname, or date of birth, or NHS number. Double-click or select OK to confirm this patient. The system now shows us the booking appointment dialog and has also retrieved the patient record in the background. On this screen, we can see the information related to the appointment on the left-hand side. To the right, there is a summary of some of the things in the patient's record that might be useful to see before booking an appointment. This includes their future booked appointments and visits, and also any reminders. Reminders could tell you information such as the patient requires a double appointment, or if they have a carer. Back to the booking section, we can see the system has already populated the time, date, staff member, and patient details. The duration automatically sets to the duration of the slot you have booked into. The drop-down does allow you to amend this. The options are limited to the amount of free time below the appointment in the rota. Your organisation might use text messaging to send patients' appointments information. It populates with the most recent mobile number and ticks the box based on the slot setup. You can untick this box if you don't want an SMS message to send. If the patient has informed you of a different mobile number, you can change this using the phone and email button and update the number. Note that this will also update the phone number in the patient's record. For reporting on certain appointment types, you can use the purpose drop-down or tick the relevant flags for this appointment. Certain flags will be automatically ticked. For example, if you book into a telephone slot, this will have the telephone appointment slot flag ticked. The details box is what the appointment is for and will display within the appointment slot. If you are using the appointment ledger screen, it will also be visible under the patient's name in the appointment box. You can set up your own presets for these if you write similar reasons repeatedly. You can also set up recurring details for an appointment, which perhaps might be useful if a patient is seeing your service for multiple appointments for a course of treatment. Lastly, at the bottom of this screen, there are different options for giving the patient appointment details. We already discussed how text messaging works, but if you print a label or letter, either by printing or via email, the options are at the bottom. If you select to email the appointment letter to the patient, they have to have a verified email address on their record. If any of these options are ticked, once you select OK, the system will then ask you which letter or label it is you want to produce. I've now clicked OK. The appointment is booked and it is in a booked state. It shows the patient's name and any details that have been given about the appointment. You can see more information relating to that appointment if you hover over the box. Let's book another appointment. I right-click, search for the patient, and the dialog box is displayed. I can fill in the details about why the patient needs the appointment. Some other useful options include the attendance button, which gives you an overview of the patient's attendance record for appointments. Your organisation might also use appointment templates. These are really helpful for auto-populating certain fields for specific appointments. At my organisation, if I use the medication review one, it has changed the appointment time to be correct and has populated the details fields. It's also told me, as the user, that I need to inform the patient that they need to bring any current medications and prescriptions. Once I click OK, this appointment is now booked. It might be worth watching the Managing Booked Appointments video next, as this will give more detail about how to do other things with appointments once they are booked, such as marking them as arrived or amending any existing details.